The history of bars in the USA during the 1950s to 1970s was marked by significant changes in trends, culture, fashion, and drinks. This era saw the emergence of various bar styles, including the Tiki bars and cocktail lounges of the 1950s, the counterculture bars of the 1960s, and the disco bars of the 1970s. The 1950s was a period of post-war prosperity, and the bar culture of the time reflected this. Tiki bars and cocktail lounges were the popular bar styles of the era, and they attracted a well-dressed, sophisticated crowd. Tiki bars were inspired by the Polynesian lifestyle, and they featured tropical decor, live music, and rum-based cocktails such as the Mai Tai and Pina Colada. Cocktail lounges, on the other hand, were more upscale and catered to a more mature clientele. Patrons would often dress in their finest clothes and sip on classic cocktails such as the Martini and Manhattan. One of the most famous bars of the era was the Copacabana nightclub in New York City. The Copacabana was a glamorous nightclub that was known for its live music, celebrity sightings, and high-class clientele. It was also one of the few establishments of the time that allowed Black and Latino patrons, making it a popular spot for civil rights activists. As the 1960s dawned, the counterculture movement began to take hold, and bars and nightclubs began to reflect this shift. The Whiskey A Go-Go in Los Angeles and the Fillmore in San Francisco became famous for hosting some of the most influential musicians of the time, including Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin. These bars had a more relaxed atmosphere and attracted a younger, more bohemian crowd. Patrons would often dress in casual, comfortable clothing, such as tie-dye shirts and bell-bottom jeans. The 1970s saw the emergence of disco culture, and bars and nightclubs embraced this trend with open arms. Disco clubs like Studio 54 in New York City and the Loft in Chicago became legendary for their flamboyant fashion, pulsing music, and non-stop party atmosphere. The fashion of the disco era was all about glitz and glam, with sequined dresses, platform shoes, and bell-bottom pants becoming the norm. Drinks during this era often featured bright colors and were designed to be sipped while dancing. Cocktails such as the Tequila Sunrise, Blue Hawaii, and Sex on the Beach were popular, and many establishments offered drink specials during happy hour.